Welcome to Frontline. In this video, I'm going to be going over the campaign section within our Performance Tracker platform. So underneath that campaign section, you're going to have the regular campaigns over here to the left. This is just an easy way to bulk assign evaluations to the evaluators. To the right, you're going to have your anniversary campaigns. This is where evaluations are queued up for employees based off their date of hire. I'm going to start with your regular campaign section first. So to create that campaign, you're just going to go into your Create Campaign button. You have 3 different campaigns you can create. Standard evaluation is where an employee can only be evaluated by one evaluator in that campaign. Self-assessment is where you can queue up evaluations for your employees to complete on themselves. Peer evaluations is where an employee can be evaluated by multiple evaluators in the same campaign. So I'm going to show you the standard evaluation campaign first. You'll just plug in the name of that campaign here, the evaluation time period, start and end date, and when that due date's going to be, and then you're going to hit save and continue. Once you do that, you're then going to be able to assign employees to the evaluator. So you're going to go ahead and select who that evaluator is going to be, what form you want them to use. This is going to show you a list of all employees in the system, but you can filter by different groups here or specific titles. If you see any that are gray here, that just means that employee is already queued up to have an evaluation done within that campaign. If you see any that are yellow, that just means an evaluation is already in progress for that employee using that same form. Otherwise, you're going to go ahead and select who you want those employees to be evaluated by this evaluator. So you're going to go ahead and select those here. And then you're just going to hit save at the bottom. Once you do that, it'll then show a list of all your evaluators here, and then all those employees that that evaluator has to complete evaluations on. Over here to the right, you're going to have your assigned and available, just letting you know who hasn't or how many people haven't been assigned to this campaign yet, so nobody's being forgotten. Once you have everybody set in here that needs to be, you're then going to be able to distribute that campaign. Once you hit distribute, it is then going to go into your distributed campaign section here. Your evaluators are going to get an email notification letting them know they have pending campaign evaluations that they need to work on. They are then going to log in, go to the performance evaluations, and they're going to see those all queued up in their in-progress evaluations, and they will be able to see when those due dates are. Now, the other campaign you can create is going to be your self-assessment ones. So then you're just going to put in that name again, evaluation time period, due date, hit save and continue. You're then going to be able to select who you want those employees are that need to complete an evaluation on themselves. So you're going to choose what form you want them to use, and then who those employees are that need to complete it on themselves. So you just select those here, and then you're going to hit save. Once you do that, it's going to show a list here of those evaluators with that employee, which is going to be the same because they're doing it on themselves. Once you have everybody queued up here, again, you're just going to hit distribute, where they're going to get an email that they need to work on that self-assessment evaluation. Now, your third campaign you can do is that peer evaluation. So you're just going to come into here again, put in the name, time period, due date. With your peer evaluations, this is where you can have an employee can be evaluated by multiple evaluators in that same campaign. So you're just going to go ahead and assign evaluators to employee. At this point, you're going to select who that employee is going to be, what evaluation form you want those evaluators to use, and then you're going to be able to select who you want, which evaluators you want to complete that evaluation on that employee. So this is where you can go in and select multiple evaluators and then hit save. That way, you are able to have those evaluators complete evaluations on that same employee, even if they're all completed by different evaluators. Again, once you have everybody selected here, you're just going to hit distribute campaign, which will then go into that distributed campaign section. Within this distributed campaign section, you can always come in here and view these at any time to see who has or hasn't completed them, where they're at in the progress of completing those evaluations. So whether they're pending to complete them, if they haven't even started them, waiting for the employee to sign off on them, or if they are completed. Once all those evaluations are completed within that campaign section, It is then going to go into your completed campaigns where you can always come back in here and reference these at any time. You are able to download all those evaluations into a PDF if you need. You also have a clone feature. So if you want to go ahead and clone this for the following year, it'll clone over all those evaluators with those employees that they need to complete evaluations on, but you can go in and edit those if you need to. Now in your anniversary campaigns, this is where evaluations are queued up for employees based off their date of hire. So you're going to be setting those date of hires in that manage account section underneath each user. Now 30 days prior to their date of hire, their name is going to show up in this list here. It'll show the employee name, what group or shift they're in, date of hire, when they were created in here, that due date of when that evaluation needs to be completed. So at this point, you're going to go ahead and hit view on that employee. It's already going to have that time period in here for you, but you can edit that if you need to. And then the due date as well, but you can change that if you need. You're going to select who needs to do an evaluation on this employee based off that date of hire and what form you want them to use. And then you're going to hit distribute. Once you hit distribute, that evaluator is then getting an email notification letting them know they have a pending anniversary campaign evaluation that they need to work on, which again, they are going to find in their in progress ones underneath the performance evaluation section. After you distribute that to that evaluator, it's going to go into the open status where you can come in here and see which ones haven't been completed yet. Once they complete that evaluation, it's then going to go into the completed area where you can come back and view those at any time. Also under here, we have a roster. This is going to show you a list of all your employees within the system. It'll show you what their date of hire is, when their upcoming anniversary is, and when their last evaluation was completed. That way, evaluations are not forgetting to be done at certain time periods. This is everything within the campaign section for the Performance Tracker platform. Thank you for watching this video.